Remember how trying to figure out how to split dinner with your friends was kind of complicated? There was the whole I'll get dinner and then you can get dinner next time and just figuring out how to split the bill. Well, now there's technology where you can send money to anyone literally within seconds. So in this video, I'm covering the best apps for you to send money to friends and family, both here in the US and internationally. Hey, what's up guys? It's Justine with The College Investor, Investing and Personal Finance for Millennials. And today we are talking about apps that you can use to send money to anyone within seconds, and it makes it so much easier than writing a physical check or figuring out how to split things up or just physical cash. Who uses that anymore? That's why we have the apps. So let's hop into the best apps that you can use right here in the US to send money domestically. The first one is Venmo. You've probably heard of Venmo. In fact, this is the most popular peer-to-peer cash app that I know and that I personally use with my friends and family. So some of the great features about Venmo is that it's free to use. So you connect your bank to the app and then you can use that money from your bank, send it to Venmo, and then it gets sent to your friends or family and vice versa. So if you were to receive money through Venmo, it hits your Venmo wallet first and then you'll have to transfer it to your bank. Now transfers can take anywhere between 1 and 3 days depending on when you request that transfer, if it's during normal business hours or on the weekends. And then also if you want to do an instant transfer and get that cash right away to your bank account, there is going to be a 1% fee based on the transfer amount. The next app that you'll want to consider is Zelle. Now, a lot of major banks actually connect with the Zelle app so that you can send money back and forth to friends and family. When I looked this up, I saw that major banks like Chase, Wells Fargo, and Bank of America were listed as partnering with Zelle, so it makes it really easy to pair up with your bank account. You can also connect this with debit cards. However, Zelle does limit the number of transactions and the amounts that you can transfer using their app. The next app that you can use to send money domestically is, of course, PayPal. You can send $10,000 or more through the PayPal app. All you need is an email address and phone number to sign up. And then again, you're going to connect your bank account to your PayPal account, and then it's going to take anywhere between 1 to 3 days to transfer that money out of your PayPal account into your bank account, depending on when you request that transfer. If you want the money right away, there is an instant transfer fee of 1%. And if you're trying to send money with a credit card, they are going to charge you 2.9% plus 30 cents per transfer. And that's pretty standard across the board, so you'll want to take a look at that if you're considering PayPal. So Venmo, Zelle, and PayPal really are the front runners, but we also want to give mention to other apps that you can send money domestically, including Cash App. Cash App is just like Venmo, except there are limited transactions that you can make up to $7,500 weekly. Then there's also Apple Pay, where you can send money if you're an avid iPhone user, and all your friends and family are as well. You can send money through iMessage, and then on the opposite end, if you are a Google user, you can send money through Google Pay to any of your Google contacts. Okay, let's talk about the best apps to send money internationally. Now, in the past, places like Western Union or MoneyGram were typically the types of providers where you could send money internationally. And I remember when I was studying abroad in Australia, we actually had to do a wire transfer from my US bank over to my newly established Australian bank, and it was not very straightforward. Luckily, there are apps in place that help take care of this so that you can send money internationally a lot faster. Now, keep in mind with any of these apps, you are going to experience transfer fees and exchange rate fees, so you'll want to see the discrepancies before you make a decision. The first app that you're going to want to look into is TransferWise. Now, TransferWise keeps their fees relatively low. They support over 56 currencies and 70 countries, and their transfer fees are less than 1%, plus they use published exchange rates, so you're not going to see any markups. The next app that you'll want to consider for international money transfers is Xoom. That's Xoom with an X, Xoom. Xoom has small transfer fees, so you're going to see transfer fees between $3 and $5, but the exchange rate can be marked up to 3%. They do support more countries than TransferWise, which could make this a better app for you. Another thing about Xoom that's really nice is that you can do cash pickup locations. So if you were sending money to a different country, the person in that country can actually go to a physical location and pick up physical cash. Now, our runner-up honorable mention in this category is OFX. If you do business overseas or you need to pay bills overseas, this is going to be the best app for you because they have favorable terms and fees that go along with it. So if you're business-minded and you're doing business internationally, OFX is something that you'll want to take a look at. So I feel like transferring money, whether it be in the US or internationally, to literally anybody has gotten so much easier thanks to the help of these types of apps. I absolutely love using Venmo for things like picking up something that I found on Facebook Marketplace or sending money to friends and family without having to figure out how we're going to get each other physical checks or physical cash. It just makes it so much easier. So if you're wanting ease with your money management, regardless if you're sending it or not, then be sure to check out all of our free resources at thecollegeinvestor.com.